This is Cinquo the Hobbit, with part 7 of my adventures, and I said I'd go straight into the spider mine, so here we go. Spiders, webs and eggs everywhere. That's medium-sized one I'm taking on first. Tree weaver. That woman that runs the mine wanted me to take out 2 queens, but I'm not stupid. I know what happens when you shoot at a queen. Spiders come from miles around and they all attack you at once. So I'm letting that queen go by. Okay. Another tree weaver in the way. We've taken, if you remember, practically all me special foods and charms, so I'm at the strongest I can possibly be at the moment for a level 12 hunter. Couple of ordinary biters. Now the tunnel narrows. Tree weaver again. But it's not tree weavers, it's only one weaver. Oh, now there's a queen sitting right at the intersection, so I got no choice now. You're gonna all come a running, you'll see. Yep, another biter and a weaver. No, 2 biters and a weaver. I'm taking a bit of damage. Right, but in all that, I never got poisoned. At least that would have cleared some of the way. Medium-sized one. Waiter. I got all the tree weavers I really want for the mine owner. One more biter and one more queen, which looks like it's exactly what I needed to keep her happy. Now I can see the chipped skull there. It may or may not be the skull of Gwathorn or whatever his name is. The Goblin chief long ago. But now I've got hold of it, I can use my milestone and get back out. Now the mine owner here thanked me for all that I'd taken out. But even so, she said she was thinking of moving. I mean, the mine's not getting back to work anytime soon. Now, welcome.
Hello.
You made it out of the quarry. I was a bit worried, what with all the spiders about. I see that you found the skull. It certainly is a hideous thing, isn't it? I can't tell if it's a goblin skull or not, but it does seem to be missing a tooth. Missing a tooth? Oh dear, Pansy told me you found a goblin tooth in a rabbit hole on the green fields. This must be Gwathorn's head, rolled all the way down to this quarry from the rabbit hole it landed in during the Battle of Greenfields, hundreds of years ago. You've got to take this to Brombard Foxtail at the Matham House in Mitchell Delving. Bullroarer's club is on display there, and I'd wager old Gwathorn hasn't forgotten Bullroarer's mighty club. He won't try anything while that's at hand.
Well then, I got to go all the way back to Michel Delving. I remember Brombard. He's in charge of the Matham House, the nearest thing to a museum the Shire has got. There's the Matham House up on the hill. Okay, Brombard, what do you make of this?
Good day.
What did you say this was? Gulfenbule's skull? My goodness, this is a very significant find, even if it does make for a rather unpleasant Matham. This is a bit of strange coincidence, though, for Gulfenbule's skull to appear on this particular day. I was consulted about Bullroarer's Club just a few hours ago.
Well, he's offered me a few gifts for it. We'll have to see which is the best between the shoulder pads and the gloves. Gloves, I
Could I
think.
take a moment of your time?
Have you met Bounder Primstone? Runs the watch house up at Brockenborings. He came by a few hours ago and asked to borrow the Bullroarer's Club. Normally, I don't lend things out, since I like folk to visit the Matham house if they're interested in seeing something, but Primstone is very dependable. Some of the young hobbits up in Brockenborings have expressed an interest in the Battle of Greenfields apparently, and Primstone wanted to show them the club Bullroarer used to knock off the head of Gulfenbule. If you think it should be brought back to keep Gulfenbule's skull company, you could mention it to him at the watch house in Brockenborings.
I'm not the only one investigating this affair. Well, all the way back to Brockenborings.
Oh, good day.
You've caught me at a bad time, I'm afraid. I was just about to step out. Oh, all right, yes, I borrowed Bullroarer's Club, and I am sorry that I had to lie to Brombard about it. But if Gulfenbule has really come back to life, this club is the only thing that might scare him out of the Shire, don't you think? I'm going to that goblin camp you found and get to the bottom of all this, once and for all. No, I don't want you coming along. You can tell that hunter, Halrose, that I'll have taken care of the goblins soon if you like. He deserves some thanks for finding those camps.
Well, it was him going up to the Matham house and going after the same subject as me. Well, like he says, I shall have to go and talk to the ranger, Halros. Mount up. And I'll go down to his clump of trees again.
What do you need?
Primstone is journeying to the goblin camp. That brave little fool. Does he think that Bandobras won the Battle of Greenfields by himself? Bullroarer may have knocked off Gulfenbule's head, but many hobbits lost their lives at that battle, and their names are no longer remembered. I have learned something of our enemy. Lubark, the leader of these goblins, is under the sway of a man from the north, from Angmar, I believe. It was long thought that none of that people still dwelled in the north, but it seems they have returned. I do not know what lies this man of Angmar told to Lubark, but he has convinced him that he is the heir of Gulfenbule, and that he must fulfill Gulfenbule's ambition, the domination of the Shire. We must not delay. We need to rescue Bounder Primstone. I will seek out some of my kindred and meet you inside the goblin encampment to the northwest. Look for the cave entrance inside the camp. If the hobbit is alive, he will surely be within the cave, seeking Lubark.
Okay, I'll accept his challenge, his quest. But I know that the goblin camp over the other side has got far more than the one I've ever already been to. We shall have to try and make it all the way to the cave, disturbing as few as possible, and certainly putting an arrow or two into them before they've seen me. We hobbits may not have much brawn and muscle, but we can be quiet and sneaky if we want to be. Those red trees look like the kind that the goblins paint at the entrance to their camps. So, stealthy approach. Stay away from the ones on the left. And here we go. Firing through the edge. We managed to get the first one down. Look, too close together. Now, the other one didn't notice though. And that was enough to make me a 13th level hunter. Doesn't affect my virtues much, but once again, I've increased the damage I can do with me bow. We forgot to put on those gloves I got earlier. Now, hugging the cliff on the right. That one almost reached me. None of these goblins have bows, although goblins can use them, but there are those like this one that have spears they can throw, except that one were too slow. Another hurler. That one managed to hit me. Hardly a scratch though. They're just nicking me so lightly that I can just ignore these little scratches and go on. Whoa! One hit me by surprise for once. They're not too much trouble, but that one poisoned me. I shall have to drink another antidote. That's better. One hurler. One of each kind at the entrance to where the final camp where the cave is. I might run past some of these goblins and wedge the door to the cave once I get inside. Yep, here we go. Running for it. Some of them have seen me, that's for sure. But all I gotta do is get in here. Right, put some wedges in the door. I'll have to deal with them coming out, perhaps. But Alros said he'd be summoning in some other rangers and coming here, so maybe they'll take care of some. And the way back will be easier. Not two this time. Right, one swordsman down and now one spearman. Poisoned again. It's good I've got loads of these antidotes. We don't hear any sound of a hobbit inside here. So I'm not quite sure if the bounder is here or not. At least it's nice and warm in here, with all the campfires the goblins have built. Well, we've killed a lot of goblins here in the Shire, but who would have thought it? Until recently, I'd have sworn there was no goblins or orcs in the Shire at all. Another cave with a fire in it, and yet another ahead. That one hid behind the post. Stubborn one. I'm stabbing him with me daggers when they get up too close. But I can still fire me bow at point blank. Oh, there he is. There's the bounder. Bounder Primstone. Just got a couple of more gobbies to knock off. And we'll see how he's doing.
It's been a foul day, it has.
Okay, so he knows that Lubak's the one who's really in charge here, not Golfimble, who really did die centuries ago. Need to work up some focus occasionally. Got a bit of help in the fights. You've been fairly empty ahead. Oh, there he is. Up high. He's sending his minions after us. Take down one. Two. And three. And four. And now the boss himself. Whoa, he went down quick.
You have my apologies. I hoped to arrive before you joined in battle with Lubak, but I saw something that diverted my attention, which slowed my progress through the cave. One of the goblins, a rank creature of little prowess, had gotten his hands on Bulrora's club. He was trying to escape the caves with it, and I have no doubt Lubak's wrath would have been great when he found it gone. We saved him the trouble of his anger, though it will be of little consolation to him now. I have recovered the club and will return it to Primstone when I have delivered him safely to the watch house in Brockenborings. You have done well to stop this threat, but something about this affair troubles me. Come to my camp in a short while, and we can discuss these matters in the open air.
What do you need?
Saruman's treachery has delayed me too long. I can only hope that Frodo and Sam have left the Shire. Without my aid, their road will be a perilous one. Frodo must rely upon the Rangers and your prowess to see him to the end.
How can I be of service?
You are made of stern stuff indeed, and the Shire has been saved through your efforts. But this is a joyless victory. Lubach spoke of Yogan, the man of Angmar that planted the seeds of conquest in his mind, but of this man there was no sign. Where did he go and for what purpose? Did he abandon Lubach out of sudden necessity, or was that his plan from the beginning? And what has become of my kindred? Normally they keep a close watch on these lands, but of them now there is no sign. This riddle is broader than the Shire. I do not know what fate has befallen my kindred, but I fear for them. I fear too for the continued safety of the Shire, for I am but one man and cannot stand alone against the dangers that even now crouch on the borders. I last received word that the captain of my people is at the Prancing Pony, an inn of Bree. I would ask you to speak to him at once, and tell him what has happened here. He must know that Eogan is somewhere in the wild, and that the rest of our people may be in danger. Go, travel east across the Brandywine River into Breeland and find my chieftain. The man you wish to speak with is named Butterbur, the owner of the Prancing Pony. He will know my captain by the name of Strider. Hurry, for the Shire may well be unprotected.
Well, Halaros gave me some good stuff. Now, you remember I've already been to the Bree once, just to see the mare. But no, that's where the trail is leading me. I wonder when I'll next be back in the Shire. Well, I will see you at the Prancing Pony in Part 8.